Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Titans, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you. Toss sweep to the left. Turning it on. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
When they take big shots down the field and they air it out, I got to trust my technique. I got to stay with that wide receiver, wait till he shows his hands. When he shows his hands, I'm bringing my hands up to knock the ball away. Nice job by the defense using his technique, knocking the football away.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
It'll be third and long. The play action fake. Throws toward the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They've scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smallwood. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. And the Titans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Looking to pass. It's Beebe. Here's a heat. Going to try to get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Here comes the field goal unit. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking downfield on first down. Looking for a deep man. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Here we go, set. From the gun. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And that's just a play that you have got to make if you're going to win this game. You're not going to get a lot of chances like that. You might not get another receiver that open for the rest of the season.
Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He lofts one down the sideline. Makes the grab on the right. Touchdown, Duke! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The Titans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Caught close to the marker. It's Smallwood. At midfield, he's got room. It's a seam wide open. He's at the touchdown Titans. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They send the tight end in motion. The give to the single back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Tight end now in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Now, 4th down.
What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And the Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that's why everybody in college football is trying to recruit athletes like this to play the 4-3 defensive end position. You can find guys that can stop the run at defensive end, but how many are excellent pass rushers? How many have all the tools in their toolbox like this guy does? Not many.
The Titans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Beebe. That's caught. It's Smallwood. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Need to do a better job as a defender tackling the catch. On the curl route, he had a chance to break on the ball, get the receiver down, couldn't do it, and as a result, they give up an explosive play.
And the Titans come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Hall. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make 2 in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. He'll pull it on the read. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
4th down and short, and where do they put the ball? In the hands of their quarterback. This guy is so good. They trust him. He runs the option and keeps it himself and gets just enough for the first down.
The Titans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
Tackle on the play at the 39-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Play action. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Titans have their offense in high gear. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. He'll sneak it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be... Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. Oh, he's got some space. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And the Blue Devils want to pick up the tempo. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the...
They bring the punter onto the field now.
On to kick it away.
He'll take it on the return. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Stands in and takes the hit. Touchdown, Duke! The offense cashing it in on that drive. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin? This drive opens up at the 23-yard line.
Six remain. Here we go. Ready, go.
They'll run the option. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half.
Let's go.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Blue Devils! Haul that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. 1 point. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. To the air on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab at the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke!
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field to score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And the point after is good. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Dropping back, it's Beebe. He's got the back in the middle. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find their rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it down the left side. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Blue Devils come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They aren't deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Under fire. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. They'll run play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the... They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Now on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Blue Devils have a lot of options on second and inches. Motion from the back. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Blue Devils are flying down the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this year. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the middle. Got it! And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Holding.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. On first down, here comes this offense.
Here we go.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the misfire, now on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted for the 11th time.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Got his man on the right. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And the Titans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Another incompletion on third down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Makes a move. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Hawkins. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football now.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5, and the returner will be brought down. Here comes the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it. At this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Now he's going to break the pocket. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Lofts one deep down the right side. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Rolling right and going deep. Grabs it inside the 15. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on second down. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of intercepted for the 11th time this season. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Firing to the right, complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. They'll run the screen. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
The Titans will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Looking to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, it looks like they're going to start this season 4-0. You've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. He'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. It's Hall. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
And that's why it's so important to get it to your guys quickly. That's just a simple hitch route. Because the quarterback didn't hesitate, he put it on him right away. He had space to work after he made the catch. Was able to make a defender miss and set up a nice play for the offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right.
Easy.
Wants to throw. It's Bailey. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Titans line up to punt it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Great place to start for this offense. To the air on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
After this, it'll be a wrap.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Finds a spot in the middle. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys.